Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 180 of Crunch Time with the N326 duo. I'm your host today, Sam Godsey, and with me today, as always, is Tanner Dislin. Tanner, how you feeling tonight?
I'm doing all right, man. Just another day, another week with me hating baseball because, well, we'll get to that later. But I think it's the first time we're gonna say it because preseason games have now started. I mean, football is back now, right?
Football is back.
Football practice is back.
It's true.
Football practice is back.
Absolutely. Football is back. Preseason. MLB's going on.
Which, by the way, I think for a podcast that talks about football, we may be the latest to officially claim football is
Yeah,
back. Because I feel like most podcasts do it
for sure.
when rookie camp. Some even do it when the draft,
Yeah,
and then when rookie camp
not us.
starts. Not us. We
Not
wait.
us. We're different.
We wait. We don't give it out for free.
But yeah, preseason. Give me diving into headlines. Should be a shorter episode this week, but talk some MLB, NFL, and a little bit other stuff around the sports world, and then wrapping up with the Give Me Five. Should be a short one, but a fun one. All on episode 180. Taryn, let's hop right into some headlines. You talked about the MLB and your Mets, so let's start there. It has been an extremely rough stretch for your New York Mets. 1-9 in the last 10, lost 11 of the 12. Seems the offense is really struggling. Talk to me about your Mets, man.
Yeah, it's just like baseball's such a fun sport because in football there are times when teams not playing well. We have a week to practice. You get away from everything, and then as a fan, you get a break from it. And then you see them the next week, and you're like, okay, maybe we can come out with some fire this time. Well, baseball, you play every damn day. So when you're struggling, there's just no escape. You just come back to the park, and you just each day, everything happens. It's just there's no escaping it, and which is a good thing and a bad thing. Obviously, you know why it's a bad thing, but it's a good thing also because the only way to get out of a slump is to keep playing and break out of it. So baseball, you have the most chances to do that. But still, it's just like it's brutal out here, and it's the anti last year. I mean, what happened? You can rewind the tapes last year. Through the first couple months of the season, I'm how I am now. The Mets are dead. I mean, I'm so not having fun watching baseball, and then they completely turn it on. And there's a point in time. I remember the exact time where I cursed the season. It was in the middle of May, which they ended up playing okay from then on until the mid-June point where this stretch has happened. But in the middle of May, the Mets had the best record in baseball. They were 21 games over 500, and we were visiting our friend Keegan and I. We were talking about baseball and the Mets, and I said that's the best record in baseball, by the way. And they stopped playing like the best team in baseball then, but they weathered the storm okay. And I think they were at one point they reached a spot where they were half a game behind for the best record in baseball with like 17 or 18 games over 500 in that mid June. And then they've just completely collapsed. And them and the Yankees are two of the four worst records in baseball since June, joining the Nationals and the Rockies. So it's really tough. I've officially given up on the season. As far as I'm concerned, my mental health is with a rookie, essentially a rookie quarterback now, and JJ McCarthy. And this team is I've given up on them. But yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, absolutely. We're on MLB SNY talking about Brandon Nimmo actually right now. He's had a very rough stretch,
Oh,
Tanner. Since the All-Star break, I think the stat was hitting like 119 or something like that. It's not good. It looks very bleak for the Mets.
pretty much everyone, the team, and that's why people mad at this deadline, that. They got a lot better at the deadline. We talked about it. I thought
Yeah.
both of us, both Brandon and me, I thought had Mets did great at the deadline. The problem is though, this team is not going anywhere if the top four, which are supposed to be some of the best top 4 in baseball, with Lindor, Soto, Nimmo, Alonso, not necessarily in order, but if those top four are not playing good baseball, which during the stretch, I think all of them are hitting under 200. Yeah, it's not going to be good. And there's no trade they could have made to make their four best players who were combined through the length of their contracts making over $1 billion. There's no trade to make them play what they're capable of. And they're struggling right now. The offense has been struggling. And then the kicker, the last game in Milwaukee, which they just got swept by the Brewers. The last game in Milwaukee, they jumped out to a 5-0 lead. The offense showed up. Great. Pitching, and they lose 7-6. The pitching doesn't show up. So it's one of those where they're playing bad baseball, but when one aspect of the team shows up, the other one doesn't, and it's just happening.
Yeah.
We're just in that cycle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Baseball's funny that way.
I hate to bring this up, but what was it game 2? What day was the out at home plate with
that was on Friday. That was game 1.
Yeah, that was
that was game 1.
That's just Mets baseball.
It's just, and that's so, like you said, it's Mets baseball because they're not the Rockies. Like, they didn't lose 11-0.
Yeah,
you had hope, and by all means, they were going to tie it up. Until you weren't, and then at the last second, it's ripped out from you. That's Mets baseball to a T.
Yeah,
sorry, that was. I mean, I don't know if it was a stray, but sorry, Rockies fans.
Are there any Rocky fans?
Probably not this season.
Yeah.
If you are a Rockies fan, we stand with you.
Yeah, it's very bleak for the New York Mets. The Cubs are seeming to die down. What came out as a hot year, they're kind of returning to earth. PCA is not playing extremely well. Kyle Tucker, Michael Busch, those guys have been struggling. Dropped 4 of the last 6 for the Cubs, and it doesn't help when the hottest team in baseball is in that division, the Milwaukee Brewers. Tanner, you just got a taste of how hot they are. 10 wins in a row, second 10-plus game win streak. That's the first time that's happened since 2019. 25-5 in the last 30 games, sitting at first place in the NL with a record of 74-44. Isaac Collins was just named NL Player of the Week, just absolutely raking across the board for this lineup. But talk to me a little bit about the Brewers and how hot they have been so lately.
I mean, they baseball, like I said, baseball's so funny just because in football, there may be a 1 or 2 week stretch when you're hot that results in 2 games. In baseball, that's damn near 10 games. And in this case, they've been playing great baseball for a long time. So when that happens and you're playing good baseball, stuff just goes your way. It's a mix of they're playing incredible baseball, stuff's going their way, and then their pitching is absolutely shut down. Obviously, I mentioned the 5-0 lead the Mets got out to. They got it off Quinn Priester, who has probably been their least effective starter. And then their bullpen came in down 5-0, and the final score was 7-6. They let up 1 run over the last six innings.
Yeah.
The bullpen is dominant. And funny about this Brewers team, because I think it's relevant now, especially with the deadline we just had, because we talk about starting pitching, which the deadline did not have a very active starting pitching market. The Brewers have starters are last in the National League in length. Their bullpen is so nasty. If they have a lead, they are going to win the game. It's just how it's going to happen. And they came in the 4th inning in a 5-0 game. Not a good start from Priester, and they just shut it down. Gave the offense a chance to come back, in an offense that has been firing on all cylinders as well. And of course, their best hitter, they're probably their best all-around player, William Contreras, had struggled a bit recently, even though they're so hot. He had struggled a bit recently, broke out in a big way in that series against the Mets. I think he had,
of course.
Duh. But I think he had 3 home runs that series, including a 2-run home run, which also, in classic Mets fashion, came after they got out of the inning. But the pitch was called back because of a pitch clock error. Very next pitch, 2-run home run by William Contreras. But anyway, they don't have any weaknesses, man. Their lineup is so pesky. They contact you to death. They do not strike out, and then they have start like Collins. Like I said, would be my pick for NL Rookie of the Year. Fighting with someone we'll actually see in this game on the TV, Drake Baldwin, the catcher for the Braves. But I'm going Collins, man. He's been a catalyst on that team. The best team in baseball is hitting second, which a lot of people argue is the most important spot where you have your best hitter. Contreras in that 3-hole. I mean, like these are not guys that you're going to be like, wow, I see why they're nasty.
Yeah.
But they just have a lot of really good baseball players that do not strike out, that put the ball in play and hit the ball hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm second to the Padres, but
I feel
really
like
good.
A lot of people associate the Brewers with this name with the Brewers, and that's Christian Yelich. And yes, he has been going crazy this year, but it's not like most years with the Brewers. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems Christian Yelich is way ahead of everybody. It seems like they've surrounded him with a ton of talent, and it seems to be paying off.
Yeah, I mean, we're not talking, 2018 MVP Christian Yelich on our hands, but look, he's still a very good baseball player. And like a perfect example, that Sunday when the Mets shipped out 5-0 and they come back and win 7-6. Like, wow, Christian Yelich got a big hit, right? Christian Yelich had the day off, and was not in the lineup because also the Mets were throwing at lefty. So, but Christian Yelich got the day off, and their offense still, put up 7 runs and mounted that comeback. But I think the biggest the biggest kind of, I don't know what the word is, encapsulation of how the Brewers season has turned around. Are you familiar with somebody by the name of Andrew Vaughn?
I'm not.
So the Brewers' normal first baseman is Rhys Hoskins, who played well with the Phillies. He got hurt. So they were looking for first base help, and Andrew Vaughn was DFA'd by the White Sox. He had been a prospect for the White Sox, had some effective years there, but really had struggled recently. This year with the White Sox, 2025 with Chicago, he was hitting 189 with 5 home runs. This is in, by the way, 48 games. 189 with 5 home runs, only 19 RBIs. His slug he was slugging 314. That's an OPS of 531 and an OPS plus of 47. So he's 53% worse than average. He got picked up by the Brewers. He's played 26 games now for the Brewers. So 48 with the White Sox, 26 with the Brewers. What do you think he's hitting with the Brewers? 189 with the White Sox.
I like 250.
Yeah, 352. Oh. He's hitting 352. He had 5 home runs in 48 games with the White Sox. How many home runs do you think he has in 26 games with the Brewers?
12.
Not quite that many, but 7. He has more home runs in 26 games. 2 more home runs in 20. Let me rephrase. He has 140% of his home runs in 48 games with the White Sox. Now he has in 26 games with the Brewers.
Crazy.
That's good for a 1.045 OPS, 191 OPS plus, 91% higher or better than average compared to 53% worse than average. And that's within the same season, by the way. That's not season part. That's literally just within the team.
That's crazy.
So he has literally been the catalyst. 26 games. I mean, he's had a few days off here and there. So, I mean, that's about that last 30-game stretch where they're 25-5.
Yeah.
Is when he showed up and started hitting like Babe Ruth.
Crazy.
So, he had talent. I mean, like I said, he had some really productive seasons in Chicago. I mean, 111 OPS plus in 2022, 750 OPS. But just he's been on otherworldly for the Brewers.
Yeah.
And really has just been a perfect symbol of how everything is just firing. This is a good baseball team that is playing just red hot. And again, I don't want to say I fear that I'm coming across as, they're getting lucky, things are going their way. No, this is a good baseball team. And again, I'm just going to say it, the strength of that bullpen is really nasty. The entire pitching staff is really good.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Brewers are unreal as of late. But there was some history made this past weekend in the MLB tangent. Haywall. It made her debut as the first female ump to be featured in the big league in a MLB game. Atlanta Braves versus Marlins. She was behind the plate for the first time during the series finale on Sunday and just absolutely butchered her first call.
First call was tough. I
I mean,
it's like obviously I don't want to. There's no sort of I don't even know what to. There's no woke game here. She had like staggeringly good numbers in AAA in terms of her umpiring accuracy. Obviously there are going to be nerves. The optics are absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Because the MLB was like, we got to tweet this the first pitch, and then it was
everywhere. It was like
so now the MLB is like, do we tweet this? And they're like, of course we tweet this. And then of course
history made.
And of course people got their hands on it. Objectively, she did bounce back pretty well. I definitely had some more missed calls.
Yeah.
All in all, it was like a pretty average game for an MLB umpire. So like, yeah,
she was like 1.4% below like average, but still for a debut, that's pretty damn good.
Debut with not only just obviously it's not a regular debut, and every single like all the pressure was on you. Like, yeah, she did a perfectly fine job, and I can only imagine if that's what it is in the debut, it's going to get better.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that was.
But
that clip was
hilarious.
That clip was tough. Speaking of umps, have you seen this kid ump?
Yeah.
What was it? MLB? I'm trying to think. Was it an MLB game?
Sure was.
I mean,
because I think
what game was? I can't remember the game.
I'm pretty sure it was Cubs Cardinals.
Yes, because that was featured Sunday night.
Yes. The problem, you see, here's the thing. Good for Kid Ump. He's found something he likes. It's a fun shtick. Whatever. You do your thing. I'm pretty sure the Cubs and Cardinals played a doubleheader on Sunday. He was at both games. All right, Kid Ump. Get a grip, pal. Reel it in.
Yeah.
Reel it in.
And
you go to a Tuesday. I mean, obviously he's probably got school, or I guess it's summer.
It's summer.
What am I talking about? You go to a Tuesday night game and you have Kid Ump there.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's great. Both games of a doubleheader. That's a hard move.
And they like interviewed him, and he was like, "I've been dreaming about this. Like, this is my dream to be an ump." No, it's not. No kid truly wants to be an ump growing up. Like, now maybe I'm just misreading this, but I have never met someone that's like, I want to be an ump when I grow up. That's the best part of sports. Just absolutely crazy. But
I mean, it's smart behavior, being like, I want to be an ump. It is. We can call that for sure. I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. Like people who are like, oh, it's cute. Like that's a little weird. But I thought it was funny. Like the first, sure, whatever, kid, he's moving the ump, whatever. Then I just thought it was some dude having fun. Yeah. It turns out he wants to be an ump. It's like, okay, that's sus, bro. And then he shows up to both games of a doubleheader, and it's like, yeah, I want nothing to do with it.
And it's not like he's sitting in his seat either. That would. Oh, can you imagine sitting around? Oh,
Kid Ump's right next to you.
Your team's losing, and
Mets just blow a 5-0 lead to the Brewers, and Kid Ump's right next to you. Oh, he's catching.
But yeah. Little talk there for the fans. But you ready to move on to some NFL news, Tanner?
Yeah, let's talk NFL.
So, preseason, personally, I could care less. Personally,
yeah. There's so with a caveat. if I was a Cowboys fan, I would not care less.
Yeah.
If I like for the longest time under Kirk Cousins, don't care less. If you are a team who has a young quarterback who is playing in the preseason, I totally get wanting to see that quarterback play.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. And that's what we saw with the Cleveland Browns. Tanner Shedeur made his NFL preseason debut, and Tanner, he looked pretty damn good. 14 for 23, 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 carries, 19 rushing yards. Player rating about 107, and more importantly, no picks. Now, obviously, this is the preseason. Obviously, he has some growing pains. I saw clips. He was making college football moves for sure, but I think the best part about this debut was seeing the benches. Did you see the picture of all of the 18 Browns quarterbacks? It's like Deshaun Watson looking mad as hell.
As he was bald.
Dylan Gabriel, yeah, and then Joe Flacco just has the biggest smile on his face. It's like, absolutely electric. Yeah, it's like finally I might be able to retire.
Yeah, I can hang it up.
Yeah, but yeah. Any thoughts on the debut? Obviously, comes with a little asterisk of preseason, but he looked impressive, and I think a lot of people are overreacting, saying, "Well, he is him, so underrated." Calm down.
Yeah, I mean,
it's preseason.
That's it. That's the right take there. It's like I can tell you what, it's not a bad sign.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you look at that. That's if you're a Browns fan, you'd be like, "Yo," you'd be like, "This is exciting." We have a young quarterback who we got on like what round? 5th round, 6th round?
5th.
We got in the 5th round. Like, this is pretty exciting. Now, yeah, being like this is our quarterback of the future from that. Yeah, okay, sure. Reel it in a little bit, but
yeah,
it's just not a bad sign at all. Like he played well, and that's good to see. I mean, it's
for sure.
Yeah.
Now, something that shouldn't have an asterisk is Jacksonville Jaguars, Cam Little, Arkansas alum, booted a 70-yard field goal on Saturday in the Jags preseason game. But it did not break the official NFL record because preseason stats don't count towards the record book.
Yeah, that's tough. But I mean, seems like he's gonna get some pretty hefty kicking opportunities.
Yeah,
and I mean, if he wasn't slated to be the starter before, I just looked it up now to make sure. But yeah, obviously teams don't usually keep around multiple kickers.
Yeah.
Some do if they don't have, but like I'm looking at the depth chart and place kicker one and only Cam Little. So it seems like he's going to get the nod during the season, and I think we're going to have some bombs. But that is incredibly impressive. Line of scrimmage is your own 47. By the way, you're in your own territory.
Oh,
so at least I saw. So if you're on your own 40, like yardage to at least the goal line that's 53.
Yeah, because
53 yards to the goal line. Add the end zone, which is 10 yards, so that's 63, and then add 7 back that you kick from. So yeah, that's 70. That's your own 47 right there.
That's insane.
That is your own.
That's crazy. But yeah, it's absolute BS. That it's not official, but like everyone acknowledges it. And then finally,
that's the thing though, is like there should be, again, we need to have a department of common sense where we can say that's sick, that's the record. But if the Packers decided to play Aaron Rodgers against backups and he threw for 850 yards, that would not be the record.
For sure.
We need a department of common sense for literally everything.
Yeah. And then finally, gotta talk about some more sad news. Well, sad started out sad, but it is doing better now. Detroit Lions safety Morice Norris had a extremely scary accident or scary injury in Friday's preseason game at Atlanta. Um, Basically canceled the game. But it seems he is on the road to recovery. Dan Campbell said he's back with the team doing well. Um, he's now in concussion protocol, but
So
very scary situation.
so I'm gonna be completely honest with everyone out there. I am a I'll say wuss when it comes to injuries on TV. I saw everyone huddled around. So my thought was I'm gonna avoid this at all costs. So I didn't see it. I don't even, to be honest, I don't. So it was like neck, right?
Yeah, is a neck. Basically, just made a very poorly formed tackle.
Like
And,
head got pushed in. Yeah.
and it was scary. He started seizing
Oh, jeez.
on the ground.
Uh,
Ambulance was obviously
oh man.
sent out, but yeah,
So
absolutely crazy.
so when we say road to recovery, like we've got.
Yeah, I'm not. I haven't seen any official other than he's out and
I mean, we're not talking like
has
we're talking has
has
movement.
movement, regained feel. Like 2 days after the injury, he was at the practice facility.
Okay.
So he
I guess I don't know. Like, is that I guess I don't, you wouldn't know this either. I don't think, but like I assume, like is he walking? Like
yeah, I think he's
sure. Like
walking. I
he's like
think it was just like one of those freak
yeah,
concussions,
sure.
but obviously very scary for sure. But that do you have anything else on the preseason?
Yeah, I mean, there's another injury that I do kind of want to talk about because it's someone we watched in college, unfortunately, because he kicked Iowa's ass. Rondale Moore.
Yeah.
Remember him at Purdue? He had a promising start to his NFL career. Tore his ACL before last season with the Cardinals. Um, and or at least he started with the Cardinals. I don't was he on the Ravens last year, maybe.
Yeah, I can't
But
remember.
anyway, he's on the Vikings now, and he was gonna be our kick returner one, and then wide receiver three while Addison was gone, and potentially could play himself onto the roster as a wide receiver four, maybe even jump some people. But an NFL player for sure, and he didn't they didn't play him as a wide receiver. He hadn't played football in a year, so they were like, hey, go out, field this punt, because you haven't in a while, and you haven't played football in a year. And he played one play, the punt return, and retore his ACL and will be out
That sucks.
for the next season. So
Damn.
obviously it sucks because the Vikings lost their kick returner, but the fact, yeah, so he played
Yeah.
one snap after missing last year.
Damn.
And now it will be out for the rest of the season again. So
Yeah, that
really,
sucks.
really sucks.
What doesn't suck though is Caleb Johnson
Yeah, Hawk showed out.
giving Travis Hunter his welcome to the NFL moment, just shoving him in the dirt. That was super cool to see. But yeah, uh
Hawk showed out.
Hawks showed out for
Now,
sure.
before we move on from the NFL, I saw a graphic. Every team starting quarterback age.
Yeah.
Who, just off the top of your head, I'm putting you on a little bit on the spot. Who has the youngest quarterback and who has the oldest quarterback?
Uh, Steelers,
Steelers have the oldest.
oldest.
It is a very close race between the Steelers and Browns. But the
Yeah,
Steelers
those
do.
are gonna be my two guesses. Now, youngest? Is it the Panthers?
It is not the Panthers. Bryce Young is 24.
It's not Dart because he was in college for a while.
They have Russ as the starter for the Giants. So I can tell you this person is absolutely without question this team's starter. So it's not like
Is it JJ?
It is JJ.
How old is he?
22.
That's he. Damn.
And this isn't even the year he was drafted.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's younger than Cam Ward, younger than Anthony Richardson, and younger. Yeah, Cam Ward played in college a while.
Cam Ward played like 6 years.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, so he's 22. 5 people, can't count, 5 people are tied at 23 years of age. And that is Cam Ward, Anthony Richardson, Drake May, Caleb Williams, and CJ Stroud.
That's crazy.
That's a little just like almost like a PSA for anybody who's fan out there. If he doesn't play the best to start the year, he's 22 years old. Quite literally the youngest quarterback in the game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Thought that was interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Last headline I have. If you have any more, feel free. But I know this won't excite you as much. But the UFC is moving away from ESPN Plus and moving to Paramount Plus. For MMA casuals that aren't like diehard, I think this is a massive W because Tanner, in 2025, in order to watch every UFC event, you had to pay $1,160. With Paramount Plus, $120.
Wow. Yeah.
So quite the difference.
I mean, that's just $10 a month.
Yeah, $10 a month. I wouldn't be surprised if that increases, but it's not getting increased to the point where it's even remotely close.
It's just crazy.
Insane.
Like, obviously, it's no secret I'm not a combat sports guy. UFC, MMA, boxing is never stuff that I've watched. So it never ever was like, to me, was like, yeah, I never ever bought one in my life.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy to me that
like $70 a fight.
And fights don't even last that long. And a lot of the time,
and like half of the time, you're not even watching the full card. Like
if I had to
watch one,
I was gonna say, if I had a nickel for every time the headline was, "Wow, that card sucked."
Yeah.
And we're spending $70 on it.
Like,
yeah, I don't know. It's just obviously MMA doesn't interest me. But shout out to MMA fans. I mean, obviously, it's just more eyes on any sport for more reasonable price is going to be a good thing.
Yeah, the deal is like $7 billion, which is insane to me, at least, because UFC is obviously something that isn't huge between us, but worldwide, it's massive. So shout out UFC. Definitely gonna be tuning in more for sure. But any other headlines you got?
I do have a few more. Have you seen John Mateer?
Oh yeah. Quarterback for the Oklahoma Sooners.
Yes.
I meant to bring that up earlier.
To nobody's surprise.
I mean,
when the self-proclaimed worldwide leader in sports has their own sports book, and on their just everyday highlight and update show, everything has odds on it, and we're giving these players millions of dollars. Sports gambling is gonna be intertwined with sports.
Yeah. And he got caught in the most bizarre way.
That's tough, man. And
Venmo, he Venmo'd a buddy, I assume, of it was UCLA.
I have the notes.
UCLA, USC. So his description was He had one. This was in 2022. He has one to a buddy of his, sports gambling, and another one later that day, sports gambling, UCLA versus USC. But yeah, go ahead and
Read
put
the notes out?
yeah.
Yeah. So here we got the allegations that I once participated in sports gambling are false. How did we come to that conclusion? My previous Venmo descriptions did not accurately portray the transactions in question, but instead were inside jokes between me and my friends. I've never been on sports. I understand the seriousness of the matter, but recognize that taken out of context, those Venmo descriptions suggest otherwise. I can assure my teammates, coaches, and officials at the NCAA that I have not engaged in sports gambling. Couple things. Because, yeah, I mean, that's my initial reaction. My second reaction, though, is those like descriptions are so on the nose that it has to be made up, right? Like,
Yeah.
And also, like we were saying, he's gotten caught. It has to be the single worst, like, most easily avoidable way of getting caught.
Yeah.
Behind maybe getting drunk and saying, I'm betting on this.
Like, yeah.
Wasn't that 100 Deckers? You got drunk and said,
yeah.
Just make it something else, dude.
Yeah.
And the second one, though, do you have the date on the UCLA versus USC one up? Because I have it up here.
Go ahead.
November 20th, 2022. November 19th, 2022. USC 48.
Yeah.
UCLA 45. So,
like, there's just so many ways you can make Venmo transactions private.
Make it private. You can just say
electric bill.
You're in college. You do everything that way. Walmart, Costco, the beer.
Beer. Yeah. Yeah.
Again, also, it's like, I'd love to know how on earth we uncovered this from a Venmo transaction.
True.
We got a hater just scrolling through.
That's next level hate now. I'd respect this.
First year at Oklahoma, right?
Yeah. Like this dude is a D1 hater. I got tipped the cap.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, you do have to. But yeah, the interesting thing to me is though on November 19th, those two teams.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be tough avoiding any punishment for this for sure.
And then the last one, I don't know if you see Shohei Ohtani is in the news again.
Uh-oh.
Shohei Ohtani and his agent have been accused in a lawsuit of sabotaging a $240 million luxury housing project on Hawaii's Hapuna Coast. The lawsuit alleges Ohtani and his agent used their celebrity leverage to push out the plaintiffs for their own financial gain. What?
I mean, sure. Like,
I didn't expect us to go.
Why is this a headline? Like, an athlete's getting sued.
An athlete is getting sued. Now, I mean, it's we know why it's a headline. It's Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
But I don't even like. Did he tweet out like, I've invested in a rival company, so I don't want this to go through? Like what?
So he forced partners out of the $240 million deal. I am confused by it. They got Shohei lawsuit, real estate investor, broker, claiming they got them fired from a $240 million luxury housing is accused of increasingly demanding concessions from developer and broker then demanding that their own business partner drop them from the deal. I am just
I mean, anytime we get into multi-million dollars demanding some people get cut in, people get out, it does sound sketchy.
yeah,
Don't care.
yeah.
So
All alleged, all alleged.
all alleged. She just named in a lawsuit. That's all. That's all the headline is. It's named in a lawsuit.
But yeah, absolutely crazy, Tanner. But slow sports news.
But shout out us for being
Shout
the
out
last
us.
podcast to declare football is back.
Football is back, even though it's not good
Still
football.
Still
Not good football, but still football nonetheless. But Tanner, I think it is time for Give Me Five.
Let's do it.
And that Give Me Five is going to be streaming services originals. So obviously, anything you can stream, that's made by that streaming service should be pretty self-explanatory.
Or at least that company.
That company. That's a better way to put it. So I think I know where you're going to go with your first pick, but let's hear it.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite TV show of all time, and was on your top 3 as well, I believe. Now, before you come at us, yeah, like that's why we added the by that company, because it did air on HBO's channel. But I'm going to Game of Thrones, my favorite show of all time. Now, I'm really interested to see how much we quote unquote pander here, because there are a lot of shows that we haven't seen that are very popular.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm going with Game of Thrones, my favorite.
Yeah.
That
was obviously on my list. For me, Tanner,
we got 2 here. Choose them wisely.
Yeah. Personally, I think this one is one that kind of jump started the original series.
Sure.
That made it pretty popular. Obviously, Game of Thrones is a little different, but
HBO is just such a weird animal.
It definitely is different. But here, Tanner, I'm gonna go Outer Banks. It's It's one of the first ones I ever watched. It was really good. Has kind of declined slightly, but I think everyone was watching it at one point. I think it's a culmination of a lot of things, but Netflix absolutely nailed Outer Banks. And then for my next pick, Tanner, one of my favorites from Apple TV, Ted Lasso. I love Ted Lasso. One of my favorite sitcoms. It'll be interesting to see how the revival of it is, but as of right now, Ted Lasso is one of my favorite shows for sure.
Sorry. Pete Alonso is 1 home run away from the Mets franchise record, and he just doubled off the wall. So I thought he might have had it there for a second. Okay, that's tough. That was my next pick. Now where do I want to go? I think I'm gonna go with some Netflix here. I'm gonna go with, again, I think it's similar to Outer Banks, where I feel like everyone at some point has watched this. I don't love the later seasons. The first couple seasons are just spectacular TV. I'm gonna go to the Ozark here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to Ozark. Personal favorite of mine.
Had that on my list.
And then I'm gonna go, full disclosure, I haven't really watched this, but the numbers are insane. I'm trying to pull it up, but I think I saw somewhere that at one point it was the most watched TV show. Maybe it was only stuff that the streaming service had access to. So obviously, like Breaking Bad views when it aired on I can't think of the channel.
I've never seen it, so
Oh, it's the same one, the same channel that that Walking Dead is on.
all
But it's not.
AMC.
Is it AMC?
I don't know.
Because I had AMC in my mind, but I'm like, but that okay. It has to be AMC. Forget this happened. This is one of the hand up. This is one of the dumbest. One of the because we have had a lot of dumb moments.
AMC. We're right.
Okay,
We're right.
sure.
Debuted on Breaking Bad. Debuted AMC.
Yeah, I knew it was letters. AMC, right? Yeah, and so in 2022, this was the most streamed TV show in the U.S. I'm gonna go to the Stranger Things. Pander, full hand up, full on. Never seen it, but it's massively popular.
Have you tried to watch it? It's not great, to be honest. But good pick. Definitely very popular show. Probably one of the most popular shows of all time in our lifetime. Like it is insane. Like you see it's just huge. I don't really understand it, but for me, Tanner, my next pick, kind of jumpstarted two of the young actresses' careers. Comes from HBO. I'm gonna go Euphoria here.
Yep.
Super popular show. It obviously stars Sydney Sweeney and Zendaya. Kind of jumpstarted their careers. But super popular. For my next pick, oh man, there's an unreal amount of originals. Where do I go from here? Um, this is controversial. I'll say
Okay.
it. So you can deny it if you want. I'm gonna go with Netflix's Untold documentaries.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Huh. What's the prompt?
Streaming services originals.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
I'll give it to you.
Okay. That is my fourth pick.
Yeah, I mean, I mean that's fine.
Okay.
I get what. Yeah,
All right. Your pick.
yeah. All right. This is tough. I'm gonna be honest that my game plan here was Ted Lasso was key there. Um, I could go a few different ways here. Um, okay. I'm gonna go with this again. Another pander pick. I hate doing it, but it's like talked about as one of the greatest TV shows of all time. So I'm gonna go with The Sopranos.
Yep.
The Sopranos from HBO. Never seen it. Maybe I should.
Yeah.
But and then lastly is quite opposite of a pander pick. I don't know how this is gonna play on. I don't think it's gonna play well on the graphic, but I just love it, so I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna go with Andor from Disney Plus.
Yeah.
The reviews are amazing because it's an amazing show. Non-Star Wars fans have watched it and said it's really good. Obviously, it helps if you're a Star Wars fan. What I will say, season 2, episode 8 and 9, everyone out there, I think that's my favorite 2-episode run in the history of television.
Wow.
Now, it's not neither one of those is my favorite episode. We're getting a little bit of semantic here, but my favorite episode in the history of television is Battle of the Bastards, season 6, episode 9 of Game of Thrones. But the 2-episode stretch, those 2 episodes hit back to back. So good. Season 2, episode 8 and 9. My favorite 2-episode run in the history of television, but Andor is fire. I don't like it's just such good Star Wars. It's such good television. It's such good Star Wars. Phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good pick. I know how popular that one is. Oh, there is a lot on the board here, Tanner.
So many, man.
Do I pander here, Tanner?
You can pick whatever you'd like. Obviously, I pandered a lot. It's just tough because, like, I want the graphic to play well. It's just stuff I've never seen. I don't necessarily like. I guess I feel like it's less of a pander if you haven't seen it, or if you've seen it and you straight up dislike it, but other people like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with this pick from Apple TV.
Sure. Had it on the list if you're going where I think you are. Oh, you might not. Uh-oh.
There is one is a personal favorite of mine, but I think this will play better. I'm gonna go Severance here.
Had it on the list.
Yep.
That was gonna be my first honorable mention.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I've seen it's pretty crazy. Just haven't had time. It's definitely on my
I somewhat know the premise. It's just like you basically just like lose all, you forget everything and you just do what you need to do. And
you go down this hell. It's pretty freaking crazy though. But so let's run through our list.
Make sure we've each got 5.
Yeah, let's not have that happen again.
I tell you what, the math gets super complicated when you add a third person.
And we're so used to just
when Sam talks, I go. And after I talk, you go. So Brandon got cut out, unfortunately. But yeah, my 5: Game of Thrones, Ozark, Stranger Things, The Sopranos, Andor. Very happy with that list. A little pander in there, but I think the graphic plays really well.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, Outer Banks, Ted Lasso, Euphoria, The Untold Documentaries, and Severance. Tanner, you got any on there?
Oh, good Lord above.
Now, I have them broken out into streaming services.
Oh, let's do that. I don't, but I can just go.
You can go? Yeah. All right, let's kick it off with the big dog, Netflix. What do you got from there?
Yeah, so Netflix, I took a lot of mostly what I wanted. A few personal favorites, like I love the Daredevil series. It's a Marvel show. Originally wasn't MCU, multiversal. They brought it in, whatever. But the original Daredevil TV show is very good. Narcos
had that.
Yeah, I've seen a few. I haven't seen the whole thing of that. I've seen a bit of that. I do like Narcos. I love it's what I love. I love like those type of drug shows, but obviously with Ozark and Breaking Bad, that type of show, but also like the government stuff, like my type of show. I haven't seen the whole thing. For what I've seen of Narcos, I have enjoyed. And then another one I had was so like I was thinking some of the sports stuff. Do I go quarterback? I actually ended up putting The Last Dance on my list.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
I decided not to go with it because I feel like it's just like the hype is completely, obviously, since it first came out during COVID, and if it was released today, I don't think it would have gotten any
as hype. 100% agree.
But yeah, I feel like it was worth it.
Yeah, 100%. I got a couple more. Ginny and Georgia, newer show. Tires with Shane Gillis.
Sure.
Running Point. Nobody Wants Us, that Kristen Bell one. Really funny if you haven't seen that. Orange is the New Black. I felt like 10 years ago that would have been a fantastic pick.
I thought about it, didn't make the list.
you mentioned these quarterback,
Yep.
receiver, starting five, full swing, match point, F1 drive to survive. Kind of kicked that off.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That was one that was one I was debating. But then there
I feel
are
like of any of those that are most worthy to be on this, it's
yeah
gotta be F1,
yeah
right?
when it kind of kicked it off. For things I haven't seen, Wednesday is super
Yeah.
popular. House of Cards, Bloodline.
Oh my god. How did I forget House of Cards?
Yeah.
Oh, I love House of Cards.
Bloodlines, another
Obviously not
one.
enough.
13
I mean,
Reasons Why was another big
yeah,
one.
sure. I don't think I would have picked House of Cards, but I do really like House of Cards. That sucks. I forgot that.
Yeah. Now let's move to. I also had Stranger Things, so that was a great pick by you. But let's go to Hulu.
Now Hulu's an interesting one because
Hulu,
I
I
feel like
think, has just got into the original
yes,
game.
and they have an interesting. So they have a partnership with FX. There are a bunch of shows that are aired on FX channel and then put on Hulu. However, there's also stuff that Hulu shoots at the FX, but then doesn't put on. They shoot with FX, is not aired on FX, and is aired on Hulu. And that is like the brand. They say that is like FX for Hulu is what they call it. So, like an example of that, which I'm sure we were going to talk about, The Bear.
Yep.
Like it has FX all over it, but it never was on FX
channel.
Yeah,
I heard
only on
that
Hulu.
was on my honorable mentions for sure.
So it gets really tricky with that.
With Hulu, yeah.
And then the only one I had from Hulu was another one I'm sure is on your list because we both saw it. Gotta Be Paradise. That was really good.
That was one I was thinking
about it. But other than that, I don't know if I can name a Hulu.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not true. I can name one more.
Name what?
Only Murders in the Building.
Yep, that's another one.
I did like one episode. I thought it was really funny, but I never watched it again.
One show I thought was gonna be bigger that I saw, it was Little Fires Everywhere is with Reese Witherspoon.
I've heard of that.
Thought it was gonna be bigger.
Did you watch it?
I did watch it.
You were a fan.
I was a fan. Not the best show I've ever seen, but solid. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I don't think that plays.
I've never heard of that before in life.
And, I don't think that would play it on this podcast. But yeah, that's from Hulu.
Hulu's tough. Hulu. I think of like it's like Fox stuff. So like stuff on TV. Like I think of personal things like MasterChef. I love watching MasterChef. That goes on there. Any of the Gordon Ramsay cooking stuff.
Yeah.
And then I think of like sitcoms, like the FX stuff, like Always Sunny. I know goes on there after FX. And I know is How I Met Your Mother still on Hulu?
How I Met Your Mother has been on every streaming service.
Every single one. That is absolutely correct.
Because I know it's on Netflix right now. I think it's also on Hulu. But yeah. I mean, I think all the like adult animation like Family Guy is all on there. Except Hulu might not be a thing here shortly. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I just think I'm sure the separate Hulu app isn't going to be a thing. I just think they're absorbing it all onto Disney Plus because Disney owns Hulu because they bought. It's part of the sale that brought the X-Men back to Marvel was when Disney bought the Fox stuff. So,
so that's Hulu. HBO, Tanner, what you got?
So the HBO has a million.
Yeah,
and a million I haven't seen. People love The Wire.
The Wire had that.
People love it. I haven't seen it.
Had that.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. I have seen that. I think it's pretty good. I haven't seen it all. I've seen a couple seasons. Enough to where I've enjoyed watching it, but not enough to finish or like really be like, I love it. But yeah, it's enjoyable. Curb Your Enthusiasm. Some episodes are really funny. Some are definitely not. But Curb, those were the top of mind ones.
Obviously, big Game of Thrones people.
Yeah,
House of the Dragon, even though that show kind of sucks. Um, Hard Knocks.
Season 1 for me gets like a 3/4 thumbs up. Wasn't great, but it was perfectly fine. Season 2 gets the other one.
Like it's to the point where I probably will, but like I'm not.
I'm definitely gonna watch season 3. I'm not yearning for it, and if it doesn't hit, we're in trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. We are not big fans of this show, but it is a massive original off of HBO. Hard Knocks.
Yeah. Oh, that's
yeah.
Yeah, not a Hard Knocks guy.
Another one that I thought was gonna be a little bigger, Big Little Lies. It's with Reese Witherspoon and Nicole Kidman, kind of a murder mystery. Entourage.
Oh, yeah.
Ballers.
I didn't have
a couple more that you mentioned that are big that I've never seen. True Detective, Last of Us. White Lotus, Westworld's were the ones I hadn't seen.
From what I've heard, what's it called? The Last of Us season 1 very good, season 2 not. So,
that is also what I've heard.
Left that off the list for sure. I thought of it, but
and then we'll just group these two together because I didn't have a ton of them. Amazon Prime, Apple TV, kind of those other streaming services. You got any from there?
Yeah, so I do have a couple with Amazon Prime. They have 2 of the most popular superhero shows in The Boys and Invincible. I tried to keep my nerdy stuff to a minimum, so I went Andor, which is easily my favorite of anything I've mentioned. So I'm happy with that. But yeah, those 2 are good. I do recommend those to anyone out there. And then the other one would be The Better Sister from Amazon, which is good. I think it's an original, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
Which is good. So, but I wouldn't.
Damn.
I don't think it's.
I was not. How about Jack Ryan? That was my Amazon Prime, and I also had The Boys, but obviously never seen it. But yeah, a lot of good originals. It seems HBO and Netflix is kind of dominating right now, but Apple TV has had some bangers of shows for sure. So let's go over our 5 one last time, and then we'll wrap up the show, man.
Hell yeah! So my 5: Game of Thrones, Ozark, Stranger Things, The Sopranos, and Ant.
Yeah, I got Outer Banks, Ted Lasso, Euphoria, The Untold Documentaries, and Severance. So pretty good list. Let us know what you think of those. Obviously, there was still a ton left on the table, so let us know your thoughts. But that's going to wrap it up for episode 180. A little bit of a shorter episode today, but we still got a lot in. Talk some MLB, NFL, some UFC, some college baseball or college football, excuse me. And then, of course, wrapped up with a Give Me 5. You can follow the podcast on Instagram, X, and TikTok at crunchtime_pod. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe to YouTube Crunch Time with the N326 duo. But the clock has run out on this one, but we'll see you on the next one on Crunch Time.
I'll see you.